mode. Hein, describe a popular teacher that you know.
So I met this teacher last year. His name is Yon. Uh, he's from America, and she come here to teach English at my school. So he's a very kind and nice person, and he gym bunny. He's have a very big arm and big legs, and he's a very good teacher, and he's always like make fun of us so we can't fall asleep in class. And I love this teacher because he helped me a lot about the homework that I don't know how to do, and he's respect me a lot. And uh, so he's very popular in my old school because he's the strongest person in my school, and she do wrestling. So that's the reason why he's the strongest person in my school. And yeah, okay. So what can schools do to help students prepare for the next stage in their lives?
One of the things that I would like to address is that the school system right now is rather weird. So we are only, I would say, kids. We are not grown up yet. We are like 15, and the school already make us to decide what kind of person we want to be, right? So we have to choose our subject and our goal, and they expect us to already have something in our mind, which a lot of us don't. So what can they do to solve this problem? What can they do to solve the fact that we need to prepare for the next phase? Well, first of all, I don't know if we will ever have this, but uh, in other school that I have seen in Canada and America, they have some sort of like a whole year when they let you discover yourself. So you learn all kind of subject just in like a in the surface, and so with and you can use your experience in that past year to learn and to choose from. So which one did you find interesting? Kind of that. And also, fun fact that year is not even in high school. It's in after high school. So you can tell that the Vietnamese education system is a bit weird right now. Uh, the second thing, which I also think is very important, is to give a positive but also tough environment. What I mean by that is that you need encouragement for students, so uh, they will have the courage to pursue their goals. They when you live in a positive environment, you start to you know you you don't know, you start to comes up with things. You start to feel better mentally, kind of that. And it is very important because you don't want to leave anyone behind. And also, the last thing is that any self-help, any practical subject would be preferred, I think, rather than all kind of math and literature when all we do is sitting hours and hours writing down notes by notes everything they say. You know. So, what advice would you give to someone who doesn't like school?
So some kids that don't have chance to go to school. So why don't you go to school when you have a lot of opportunities? and learning is forever. So school teach you a lot about how can you live, and they can introduce you about some jobs you can work in the future. And when you go to school, you can communicate and make a lot of friends. And so when you have a group of friends or some best friend, is to make your life way better. You can like talk with them. You can share with them. And school is like you have to go to school. Like everyone go to school, so why don't you go to school? And yeah, what can schools teach children that they can't learn from their parents?
So I think so I think while parents they can teach their students about things like morality, right? Like a moral compass, they can learn, their children can learn practical things from them, like how to fix a light bulb. I mean, school also have, but parents, I think, should be the one who teach those, or how to be responsible. Like my dad tell me how to be responsible like a man, how to clean, how to cook, things like that. Which I think schools also should teach those, but parents, being parents should be responsible for those. But in school, right, the first thing that most parents wouldn't be able to give their children is academic things. So mathematics, physics, biology, chemistry, literature, all kind of that have to be teach by expert by the teacher, right? And what can you do with this knowledge? First of all, very obviously is that you can learn these things to apply to your future job. For so like science and law, philosophy, things like that can help your child if they want to pursue psychology. Let's say psychology, right? And most parents wouldn't have the ability or the knowledge to teach their children these. So that is the first thing. The second thing that I can think of is discipline. Discipline. What I mean by that is they follow the rules, right? They have their own discipline. So, uh, like when you talk to your parents, you are taught to be respectful, right? It's the same thing in school. You are taught to respect your teacher. You are taught to follow the rules, and that is very crucial when you are older, when everything is basically a large rules, and if you not follow that, then you'll have a big trouble, honestly. In general, what opportunities are available to students after they leave school?
First of all, a lot of students that choose to go to college, and the knowledge that they learn in school can help them a lot in the college, and it can gain more and more knowledge for them for the future when they can find a job. And so second of all, some students that choose to stop study and go to travel, and some skills that they learn in school can help them a lot. Like you learn English in school is a very good subject, and when you go to the another country, that can help you a lot to communicate and talk to the people there. And uh, in general, how do you think school life differs from university life?
Right, so I think the main thing that it's different from school to university is the amount of freedom you get. So in school, right, high school, primary school, secondary school, you have to most of the time you have to learn everything, all the subject, even if you find them boring, irritating, unnecessary, you still have to learn them. And also you don't have the control over your free time. So break time, weekend, that is those time when you have any kind of freedom. But you're a kid, so that's all fine for you. But when it comes to university, it's very different. Now, no one is there for you, unlike in school where you still stay in your parents' house. Maybe they can uh, wake you up and give you a ride to school, things like that. It's not like that in university anymore. When you obviously are old enough to do those things, you wake up yourself, make your own breakfast, walk, take a bus to school on your own. So you're most likely an adult at that point, right? And also you choose your subject, uh, which you also have in high school, but not that kind of degree yet. The other things is the amount of stress, the stress level that you get in these two environment is definitely different. In school, the stress that you may get maybe from your parents or most likely from all the exams, final exams, and semi-finals, things like that, right? But in university, the pressure I think is always there, at least to my knowledge when I encounter university students. They always stay in a certain level of stress to them because university is one of the if not the most important part of a student life. Uh, you know, because it's determine your career, and so everyone they are passionate about the path. They have to learn. They have to work to pay money for their rents, things like that. And so it's a lot of them will have a bad effect on the health. And yeah, actually, I would say that people who say school life is stressful is they just not experience university in a they just haven't experienced university life at all. How important do you think it is for individuals to carry on learning after they have finished school or university?
So the things that they teach you in school and university are not all about life. So when you are finishing learning, and you have to learn some many soft skills like how you can talk to old people, how you communicate with young children, and learning is forever. So when you learn after you finish school and university, you can build your strengths and build your character. And when you are young, you don't have a clear idea about your future. Learning more will uh, help you overcome a rigid sense of yourself, and uh, you can be able to like like to learn about yourself. So you have to know. You have to know and understand yourself. So when you understand yourself, you can do everything that you want. You can control yourself. You can, yeah. And learning after you finish school and university can help you become a problem solver. And when you are grown, there are a lot of big problems that appear to you. So learning can help you to learn some of that problems. Yeah.